So for any one of you OGs out there that remembers the Suicide Power Washer, this is the pump off of it. The motor's still good, but I took it apart because the pump died. It was leaking and it would just never build pressure. It didn't make any sense what it was doing. So I finally decided to take it apart and find out what's going on. I don't know anything about these pumps, but I'm learning a lot here, and it's pretty cool. So these are the pistons that move up and down when you input. I'll show you the crank in a second. This is the valve body. It's got all these plastic valves in there. Now, this thing always had a leak, or started leaking really bad from this right here. This piston, especially when it started to go bad. You look in here, there's those plastic pieces in there, and in here. Here it's missing them because it got all chewed up. When I took this apart, this was just sitting in there chewed up like this. This thing had somewhat of a catastrophic failure. Catastrophic failure being a piece of plastic, but it was enough to completely kill the entire pump. And these other ones don't look great. I mean, they don't look like these, but it looks like all of these are full of crap. I mean, every single one of those has a bunch of stuff in it. So, yeah, that's what killed this pump. Now the question is, do I dare try and rebuild it? Here's the crank in here. Pretty neat. Also, looking at this, it looks like you might be able to put these at any angle and it won't actually affect the operation. At least it upright or not. I'll have to look at it more, but there's a chance. But yeah, I finally know what killed the pump. Piece of plastic. I'd like to take this apart further and figure out what all other components do in here. Like, how does this thing work? But yeah, it's just cool. Finally figured that mystery out. I just realized something else. When this pump died, one of the last things I was doing with it was I was using one of those little attachments you put on the bottom of it. It's probably about as big as that oil pan right there. And it has two valves in the bottom and it spins around to clean concrete. When I was cleaning it, I just got this random white something in the bottom. I couldn't figure out what it was. But after getting it out, I started trying to use it again and it wouldn't work. And I got another piece in there like 3 more times after getting them out, and it kept getting progressively worse. That was that same valve. That valve was getting out of the pump and jamming up that thing. And then, of course, after enough of that happened, the pump completely stopped working. It all makes sense now. Yeah, they're just these little jets in the bottom of that thing that spins around on those big discs. It kept getting clogged out with a little piece of something that was white. Kind of like that, but much smaller. So that's where the rest of that valve goes. That's why I haven't been able to find any more of it in here. So, yeah, it all makes absolute total sense. Catastrophic failure is even better when you can actually identify literally every single thing that happened and when a part started to fail. Cool. Case officially and finally closed.